Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Presence. And this is a new supernatural horror drama coming your way from director Steven Soderbergh and writer David Cope, who worked on the original Jurassic Park screenplay and Mission Impossible. And this film focuses on a apparition, a spirit, a presence who is haunting this home. But is it malevolent? Is it just kind of there? And this spirit doesn't know what it is, who it is, or anything, and kind of just is creeping on this family who moves in, and the daughter who has been through a lot. Her friend wound up dying, and Kalina Liang, who plays Chloe, is our main protagonist here, and she feels the presence. But her parents don't, and you have like this workaholic mother played by Lucy Liu, who's like absolutely loves their son Tyler, played by Eddie Medei, and Chris Sullivan, who plays the father, who is struggling with his marriage and is very empathetic to his daughter and trying to understand what she's going through with sensing these presences. And, throw in Julia Fox, who's like the real estate agent. But this film, the big conceit, the big idea is we are the point of view of this presence. And the whole entire film's from its perspective. And it cuts and jumps time and stuff like that. And there's some bit of clunky dialogue thrown in there that's very obvious, trying to be like winking at us important details about how this works. And we understand, like, it'll, like, cut and then appear, and that's where it's brought back to life and re-inhabited this space. And basically, this spirit kind of lives in the closet of the daughter's bedroom and is looming over her. And there's subtle moments where you can see that she kind of sees something there. And mirrors come into important play here. I think the camera work is very impressive and dynamic as it's following these characters around their home and this very voyeuristic fly-on-the-wall experience. And like Soderbergh's doing his own cinematography here, really utilizing this camera. And Zach Ryan's score, which might be a little oppressive at times, but it's very rich in emotion and feeling and really adds to the atmosphere, because this is a very eerie atmospheric film, and it has some really good special effects in a very minimalistic kind of way as we see when this ghost starts manipulating things. And this film, the narrative, the broader story of what's going on here as the daughter is developing this relationship with Mulholland's Ryan, who is a little sketchy of a young man, but, they have this connection, and as the daughter, Chloe's trying to deal with grief, becomes connected with this young man, and where this narrative goes has some, twisted, really sick twists and turns in it that are honestly pretty shocking. And there's some really impactful and emotionally resonant revelations about how this all fits together, because the story takes you into some interesting places. Now, there's other threads. I think, honestly, my favorite performance is Chris Sullivan as the father. I think there's so much empathy and love and care and tenderness to him, and there's vulnerability. I think Lucy Liu is doing a fine job with the character that she has, but there's some really weird elements of her character, and you're very much at a distance, and there's elements of their marriage and her work that we never get a whole rounded perspective on, and they kind of feel like some loose threads there. And there's a lot of tension between all four of these family members, and that builds here and builds anxiety in this presence as well. And we see how that manifestation of what starts happening. This is a great technical experience and visual experience, and Soderbergh obviously had this idea in his mind and went for it, and it really works, and it's an engaging and enthralling experience from that visual technical standpoint. There's some good performances. I think Sullivan and Liang do the best out of them, and you really connect. And, there's some, awkward and clunky dialogue moments and narrative beats, and not all of it works, but it's interesting in how this all builds this tension and atmosphere and really subverts your expectations of what this film really is and what it can be. But those are my thoughts on Presence. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.